My capstone presentation is on Anne Boleyn. Anne Boleyn was a very influential woman. Not only did she defeat gender stereotypes, but she also influenced King Henry VIII to break from the Catholic Church and create the Church of England, showing him just how much power he truly had. Anne Boleyn was a woman of the early 1500s. She was born in Blickling, United Kingdom, and spent most of her life in Hever Castle. Anne Boleyn's father, Thomas Boleyn, was the first Earl of Wiltshire. Her mother, Lady Elizabeth Howard, was an English noblewoman. The first of her two siblings is George Boleyn. He was the second Viscount Rochford and played a parliamentary role in the English government. Her second sibling is Mary Boleyn. She was an English queen consort for Anne when she was queen. Anne was known as a very confident and assertive woman who used her looks to get whatever she wanted, and that included her husband. Anne Boleyn was the lady-in-waiting for Queen Catherine, Henry's current wife. Henry grew fond of Anne, and they had a hidden affair for many years, but Anne refused to be his mistress. Henry finally decided he wanted to marry Anne after 7 long years, and Anne became a queen. While married to King Henry, Anne would end up giving birth to one child. That child would end up being Queen Elizabeth I. Anne was an influential queen who squashed gender norms. She fought against the idea that men get to decide the beauty standard of women, and instead stood for women's rights to decide their own standard of beauty. Anne had a large influence on religion at the time. Anne convinced King Henry to break away from the Catholic Church and to form the Church of England. This removed Cardinal Wolsey, the Catholic bishop of the Catholic Church, from power. Cardinal Wolsey had previously been controlling matters in all aspects of the state, so removing him from power was detrimental to his life, but gave King Henry even more power than before. Anne Boleyn was known for being very confident, and as a woman of the 1500s, confidence was seen as arrogant and out of place. Because of how disliked she was, she faced some accusations. Anne Boleyn was accused of being a witch. She had infertility issues, which led to a miscarry. When people saw her miscarried baby and its deformities from being premature, they assumed it was because she was a witch. Also, there were rumors she had warts and even a 6th finger on her hand. When King Henry decided he was done with Anne, he claimed the only reason he fell for her was because she used witchcraft to make him love her. Anne Boleyn was accused of and charged with conspiracy, adultery, and treason, which ultimately led to her decapitation. She died May 19, 1563. I used multiple appropriate.edu sources to fact-check and confirm my information. I chose my topic, Anne Boleyn, because I found her very interesting, and her influence still affects us to this day. Her beauty standard beliefs were adopted to the modern idea feminism through fashion, which is still relevant to this day. And she played a supporting role in the break from the Catholic Church, which resulted in the Church of England, which is still around to this day. To conclude, I would like to say I learned a lot more than I expected. I grew a new interest in the time period, and the skills I learned are skills that I am excited to use on further projects and other classes. My favorite part of this project was learning about Anne Boleyn's witchcraft accusations, and my least favorite part was citing all my sources. Overall, I would say this was a good project, and I'm glad I got to do it.